righty, ladies. The first one.
Oh
Here
my
we go.
gosh. I've been waiting.
What time is it?
Ask your
Aunteas.
Yo, we ain't did that in like 8 weeks. It's been like 8 weeks.
I know we ain't done that in a minute.
It's been like 8 weeks, y'all. Y'all have no idea.
I really hope that everybody that is driving along right now sang along with us because
Please.
that felt so goddamn good.
We ain't done that since before Thanksgiving, y'all.
Honey,
Since before
it's been a minute.
Thanksgiving.
couple of
It's been a
months.
minute.
Yeah.
Months.
And the reason is, community, we need your Ask Yo Auntie questions.
Yeah.
We need more.
That
We
part.
need y'all to file those in because, right now we're like, okay, we got to kind of savor the few that we be getting in.
Yeah.
So it can't be every week like you used to because y'all ain't sending us all your debauchery issues.
And I know y'all out there doing some dirty, dirty stuff. So, because you be telling us in the DMs.
Yeah, period. And been putting us on your close friends list. We be seeing what you putting in them close friend lists.
All the OnlyFans that didn't open up and whatnot. Like, come on now.
So we need some new Ask Yo Aunties questions. You can send it to aya@minorityareport.com or DM us. We also have a phone number, which I can't think of off the top of my head right now, but we'll find that out by the end of the question.
And
But
I'm the one
this
that's
week,
drinking.
right? Because we're on the DNR app now. So you know what?
Yes.
With the DNR app, we now have a little hotline that you could just send it our way. So that's another option. But it says, "Dear aunties, my friend Jazz and I were comparing divorces, and we're talking about all the fucked up things our exes did to us and what we did back to them. Both of us think the other did the worst thing ever. Would you help us and decide on which scenario is more fucked up than the other? Scenario 1. I found that my then husband was cheating on me when I discovered multiple dick pics sent to another person. Since he enjoyed sending out his dick pics so much, I logged in to his Facebook, changed his profile pic to his dick, then changed his password. It took him a few days to finally get logged back in, but not after multiple people reaching out to him asking him why he changed his profile to his dick." So that's scenario 1. Scenario 2. I found out my then husband was cheating on me not too long after the death of a close family member. I confronted the person he cheated on me with. The person he cheated on me with was very apologetic as the person did not know, which is true. In turn, I hooked up with my then husband's ex in the laundry of the house, recorded the entire thing, and then I had it planned when my then husband came home from work. I hid the remote and left the house with my clothes packed and moved out that night. So which one's the more fucked up scenario?
All I know is I want to be friends with both of them. I want to be friends with both of them. This is how you do it. I stand for all of this and then some. baby.
So, Demar, you said A off the jump, and you said it with a straight face, too. That's the more fucked up one.
It's one thing. It's the exposure part of it. It's one thing, and I don't care, what his stuff looks like. Like, you got, specifically on Facebook, you have
the social
friends,
social network of choice.
family, nieces, nephews, grandmas, aunties, cousins, coworkers, all that shit out there, and you got your junk out there. Like, that, to me, one of it is public humiliation and exposure. The other one is private. And I feel like the first one is prosecutable. Because that's revenge. That's revenge porn.
It kind of is revenge porn.
That's
You right on that.
That is prosecutable. I'm not gonna lie though, the second one is more creative and probably more damaging because there's the double effect of you didn't already pack your shit and gone and say, I don't give a fuck about you and I'm gone out of this thing and I fucked your ex and you gonna watch it. Like that that feels Capricornish to me.
I don't know the astrology signs on the folks that sent this.
But you're right, that is Capricornish because that's a thought out plan. Okay, like And did they say did they
I'ma
know
fuck
the
your
ex? Did
and
they know
make you
the ex
watch
like
this
that?
shit?
So that means they had to go and befriend the ex to get to a point of even wanting to sleep with them. So that person had been doing it for a while because you just don't do, and then we just, especially if the ex probably already know that y'all dating. So you had to act like this person ain't shit. Talked about this person with the ex, make it even worse. Been like, you know what? We should both get back at this person. So.
And honestly, like, I don't know what the gender and sexual orientation identity of these individuals are. I'm assuming that they're probably straight, but maybe they're not. But if they're not, like, the probability that the person's ex would be down to fucking you, that's a
like some gay
risk.
shit.
That sounds some gay. That sounds like gay. That's what made me think they were gay.
Like some gay shit.
Yeah. Honestly, because if it's the man that was cheating and the woman went and slept with another, the dude's like, look, I got a video of both of them fucking. So that I feel.
Yeah. I agree with you. The one that the first one's like probably the most fucked up scenario, because then you got locked out your account, and you know how hard it is to get Facebook embedded to do anything when you locked out an account. I'm surprised they got back
shit
in.
out there for days.
Just
for days.
willy nilly.
Just how did, like, at that point leave
Get
the country.
reported and everything.
At that point, just leave the country, because even if you just be like, yeah, that's not really me, and somebody see that scar that you got, or
I recognize that Mickey Mouse tattoo.
Like, you can't even deny it, and you gotta go to the family reunions, and you gotta go to the work functions and all this shit, and knowing all them people.
Let me find out. And I see it. I ain't looking at you the same, because if it's big, baby, I'm gonna be looking at you like, hey, I'm laying over something.
But then you gotta also explain why it was out there. Like, that's the part. Like, it almost forces you to explain why your dick pic was on your Facebook account.
But but here's the thing. I feel in that case you could tell half the story, though, right?
Damn.
I think in that case,
we all know what it is.
No.
If we see a dick pic, we're like, oh, that's some revenge shit.
Right,
Somebody
exactly.
you done cheated on them.
But let me tell you, shitty ass people will know how to flip that shit and be like, no, that person crazy, and will more be like, they did this to me type of thing, versus telling the whole side of it. So if you're gonna do some shit like that, you have to give absolute zero fucks about any of the people that they know, because they're gonna think what they want to. You can't control the whole narrative in that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. If that happened to me at that point, I started OnlyFans.
Same, bitch.
I was thinking the same thing. I was debating if I was going to say it or not.
Because I'm just like, at the end of the day, the seal then broken.
Girl, that's out there.
So you might as well, at this point, my job is insecure. Everybody didn't see my shit already out there. I might as well get paid for this shit. Baby. So this just goes back to show, hey.
Yeah. Because once it's on the internet, it's on the internet. Somebody then saved something and then sent something, and now it's above me at that point.
Because I ain't gonna lie, the only reason that I don't have an OnlyFans right now is because I don't be sharing that shit with just anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Corey and I just had this conversation. What was it? I forget how it came up, like 2-3 weeks ago.
Okay.
No, we caught it.
Okay.
Yeah, I caught it. And I was like, the only reason why I wouldn't have OnlyFans, I was just like, I just got way too much more to lose at this point. I was like, but 20s if OnlyFans, and Corey's like, no, you wouldn't, because you would have been thinking about your mom and your dad. I was like, I probably would have been thinking about them.
I wouldn't.
But at that point in time, in college, particularly,
if I was pulling 6 to 7 figures at 20 because of the OnlyFans content that I was creating, I wouldn't be thinking about not a nan individual in my life.
All I have to say is, if I didn't have any tattoos, I would have been and done it by now. I would have. Well, at least
Jarrell's about to go get that cover up makeup. Go cover up all the.
Honestly,
she said,
like 2 Corinthians or whatever it got.
She said, and thanks to maquillage makeup cover up all.
Right. This episode of Minority Report's been sponsored by CoverGirl.
No, here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing. The truth is, there are so many people out there who don't share their face. They're like, when you think about it, you don't have to share your face, right?
You don't.
So there is a way to be in it and still make some form of money. And there are plenty of people out there who are doing well without showing their fucking face.
It's true.
Yeah.
Me having a tattoo.
Because I told Tor, I was like, I've still been thinking about just like jerking off in some underwear and stuff to some people want some underwear.
Girl.
He's like, well, you might as well do it now because when you're at 50, you're going to be like, well, I should have done it when I was 40. I was like, see, that's a supportive husband.
All I'm saying.
I'm like, baby, we can go to Cinches on this jerk off money.
Vince said the same thing. Like I was telling y'all earlier when he was
household.
who he was asking about who my sugar daddy was. He was like, "Are you doing the OnlyFans? Are you doing some?" I'm not judging. I just want to do it too so I can make some money. I'm like, girl, stop.
It's like you been there and want to do it. Oh man, but you. That was a good question. Scenario A.
Question.
Ding, 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 ding. You're the winner, baby.
Absolutely.
You're a winner.
Absolutely. But you know what? I'm still here for scenario
2 still fucked up.
I would have liked for scenario B to have also live streamed the playing of the video just on loop for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. I think that would have been pretty dope too.
Yeah, that's why.
I mean, see, this is how it would have had to do. I would have had to get like a poster board of the X and put it in somewhere in the scene. So while the sex scene is happening, there's a poster board of the X right there behind of them. That's how.
That is a much more Capricornian kind of way of appreciating that situation. Yes.
I don't know if
I'm gonna take this and take it one step further. That's Capricorn.
I don't think I would ever do something like this, even when I was younger. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to kind of think of like a young Jarrell. A, we just talked about Capricorns for the last 20 minutes.
Right.
And then B, we already know your energy, even if we didn't know your astrology sign.
I was saying I already have. That's why I was raising my hand.
I'm not gonna lie, Carell.
He said,
that was a bar.
Done that.
That was a bar.
What's that?
We already we don't need. God,
we already do your energy without knowing your astrology sign.
Yes, that right there. Add that to Labuticus because, honey, that is gold. Usually, I come up with some good nuggets every once in a while, but that we gotta add that one to the list. That was beautiful.
Labuticus, there we go.
Yes, we know that energy because we understand your astrology. That shit right there.
We didn't need to know your astrology sign because we know that energy.
Honey.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I have that in me. I don't know if I would want to give that person that much credit for hurting me, if that makes sense. We're like, okay, like for me to go that low means, damn, I was hurt. You ain't about to get that energy.
It's not about.
That's a very.
I would find other ways.
That was a very
like I would probably just be like popping up super successful still without your ass. That's how I get.
So
that.
As the person who has already done this, it's less about letting them know that you hurt them or they hurt you, but more so about hurting them.
Not Superhead over here getting ready to sell her book.
That's Superhead. I'm so done. Not Superhead. Now that's a reference that Gen Z might not get. You had to been around. Oh, what time to be alive,
honey. We might have to pop one of them images in there, like we did last week with the Monique for Precious.
And literally, that picture of her and that big black dude.
That's
right. My head.
Baby, there are 25% of our listeners right now that have absolutely they are looking up what the fuck is Superhead right now.
Who the fuck? And that's a fucked up scenario to have this girl's name. We don't even know her real name.
Right.
And decades later, we still call this girl Superhead. Now that's fucked up. Actually, I do know her name, Corinne, but
right.
But half of people don't even know her damn name. But you
so
said so it's more about hurting them
when you did this a couple of times in your past.
Just two, so you write a couple.
Oh, I knew.
Mm-hmm.
A few.
Yep, definitely. That's why I said emphasis on a couple. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe when I was a little younger, maybe I would have thought more about it. Especially not now.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I ain't got time to be doing all that.
I'm a Leo.
No.
I'm an exit stage left.
Yeah.
Okay. I understand what this is. Bye.
Yeah. Now my moon
Blocked on everything.
See, but the thing is, my moon is Gemini, so I can flip real quick, a little bit, very much like a Gemini, especially in my 20s. Now I'm very much dead to me.
Landon hear that.
Now dead to me. That's why. Why you think we bicker back and forth the way we do?
That part.
That is the reason why,
honey. That is
the reason
most
why.
Cringy, uncomfortable, weird, delightful, wonderful, exuberant experience ever to watch. When we were all together in New York for that brunch and y'all just going back and forth all the damn time for no goddamn reason.
No
it
damn
is
reason.
It is just...
I just
it's
be,
just
go. I'd be like, all right, got time. Well, but community, that was a good start up to 2024. Yeah. We like those questions.
I would like to know what the community thinks, though. A or B.
Yeah,
we need to pop up a poll and get the results on that.
Community, what was the most effed up scenario? And hopefully this fits into a clip because that was a long ass read. Yeah. So hopefully the minute 30 seconds got that Ask Yo Aunteas question in there so y'all could comment.
It's gonna be that chipmunk voice.
Again. Right, it really will. But continue to send your question to Ask Your Auntie. Oh, and I didn't even look up the number. So aya@minoritetyreport.com or DM us. And the hotline is like something like 188 MT line or something. I forget. I'll have it by next week. I'll know it by next week. But continue to send those Ask Your Aunteas questions in. We need more. We need fresh new ones. We're getting down to the bottom of the barrel of all these questions. So this one came in right over the holidays, and I was like, ooh, this might be the right one to start the year off with. So if you haven't heard yours, it's coming up. But we just need some more. Mm-hmm. So please do so. Thank you.
It is a whole new year, and you got a whole lot of sass that's coming the way. So we're excited for your Ask Your Auntie questions. Bring them on. True. It don't have to be about relationships. It can be about anything, but just bring them on.
Yeah.